Good morning, man. Is it a nice day today? It's beautiful out, so we'll have to take advantage of that. Spend some time outside doing something. I don't know what that is, other than I'm going to go try and sell some seed this morning, and then we're going to figure it out from there. It's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon because that's how fast videos move these days. You guys ever have a change of plans moment? I had one of those. It was when my dad called me and said, hey, you need to come combine soybeans. I'm like, what? No freaking way. So I'm off trying to sell seed, not having much success today, but that's okay. And I'm like, all right, well, let's go look. So we've made it to our Berkey farm. This is the field that we were out tiling. See all the tile down here. I'm going to find Dad, and we're going to go look at a bean field. And if they're ready, we're going to get a combine out. I'm a little skeptical. I just drove past some of our other beans down here that are the same maturity, planted at roughly the same time, and they're not ready. So I don't know what he's seeing, but we're going to go see. We're going to look. We're going to take a look. That'd be awesome, right? Yeah, the tile operation's in full swing here. They're just getting started. So they did put in a main and cut off all the laterals, which Dad's now digging up and trying to hook into the main. So this field was tiled back after my grandpa bought it in the 50s and 60s. It's got clay tiles that all run this way, and they just empty into the ditch there. There was no main on it, so we're putting a main in, gonna tie all those in, and then run some laterals in between them, because I think they're on like 60-foot spacing right now, and so we'll be down to 30 or 27 and a half, something like that. I think there may be some 55-foot spacings, and this field will be much better and drain really well. Only took us 60 years to improve it. Anyway, Dad says he stopped at the ends and the beans were crunchy, and he thinks we need to go look. He said the leaves aren't all off, but the beans are dry. Okay, so we're gonna go look. Now we have no trucks down here. We do have a grain cart and a combine though, so we could run 1,000 bushels of beans if we really want to, but we aren't going to get a lot done today. It might be a situation of let's go tomorrow type of thing. I don't know. Let's go look at some beans and see what they look like, and then we'll decide that. While we're here though, you can see all of those concrete culverts that we hauled down here last week. We farmed the wheat field across the ditch there right by these trees, and so we're going to put a bridge in right there, right in the corner, so that we can jump back and forth across there. The way Dad sold that was that we could bring the grain cart across and haul stuff up to the farm if the fields are too wet. We can't get trucks in and out because it's really wet on that farm along the road on the south side there. Sometimes that is a pain, so that makes sense. Realistically, I think what he wanted was a way for them to get their tile plow across so they can put some tile in on the other side, because otherwise they'd have to trailer it around the block, and their truck and trailer is not here. They can't do that real easy. So we're gonna put a bridge in so they can get across the tile. And I think that's more the motivation here, but that's okay. It'll be handy. It'll be nice to have. Yeah, I don't know here. We'll walk out and take a look, but there's a lot of yellow leaves yet. I think we're still a few days away, to be quite honest. Like, these pods are quite yellow. Those are not ready. These ones might be. They crack open. The beans are pretty soft yet. They're not ready. I don't know why he thought these were ready. They are not. Way too many yellow leaves here yet. Nah, we can't run these. I still think next week. I don't know if it'll be Monday, Tuesday, something like that. There are some dry beans. I did find some of those earlier. Some of these, when you chew on them, that one didn't crack. Some of them crack. Some of these on the ends that don't actually have any leaves on them yet, they crack. Can you hear that? I don't know, you probably can't hear that. The best way to tell if your soybeans are dry enough or not is you take the bean and you put it in your teeth. If it cracks, they're dry. Those ones they do split apart, but I would guess they're about 14% on the real dry ones, 13.5, 14. If they were dry, 13 or under, they'll actually pop, crack apart. Those ones just split apart. So we're not combining beans today. It's not gonna happen. All right, I made it back here. It is 4:30 on a Friday afternoon. There's not a ton happening. You guys want to go do some yield checks? I know this hasn't been a very exciting video, but our corn is to the point here where I think we can take an actual moisture test of it and weigh some stuff instead of just counting kernels. We might be able to compare a couple of different methods of yield calculations and see where some stuff's at. So I'm trying to think where a good spot to go would be with some relatively early maturing corn that should be finished and black layered and get a good sample. I kind of want to go look and see what everything's looking like and how it's holding on, because it has been quite a while since I've been in some of these fields. So let's go do some crop scouting. Oh, it's drying up fast now. The leaves are all rolled up. We're pretty dry. Could have used the rain. It's likely too late now to matter. This corn's done. For the most part, we'll pull an ear here and see, but I don't think a rain would save anything now. For the most part, we had enough moisture filling the ears out, but we just ran out right at the end here. It may cost us a little bit of kernel weight, but shouldn't be devastating. So I am in a split row of one of my trials, source applied versus non-source applied. Any difference? Ooh, there is a difference. Definitely greener over here than over there. That's amazing. I love seeing that. I mean, not drastic, but look at the green leaves on the bottom over here that are all brown over here. There is something there. This source stuff, I'm telling you, there's something there. I can't wait to get the combines out here. The combine, our combine. We don't have more than one, but you know what I mean. It is so hard to tell just looking at the ears like this whether there's a significant difference from one side to the other or not, because just a little bit of a difference in an ear is going to make a huge difference over a large number of acres, large number of ears. Those kernels are wiggly a little bit. It's drying down. Excellent. I mean, there's a really good ear right here. There's a really good ear right here. There's a not so good ear here. There's a not so good ear here and here. This one's kind of an anomaly where the second ear is better than the first. That's weird. I've never seen that before. It might equal one regular ear. So, and then there's, you know, a good ear here, a good ear here. There might be more positive on this side than over here where we've got a couple of them that were a little undersized. I don't know. It's, like I said, it's really hard to tell, but I am encouraged by this this source. So yeah, we'll see. I'll walk down a little farther. I was trying to find some other splits. I'm not having much luck. I need better guidance from my maps to figure out where exactly I've got some other stuff. But we do see some tar spot here. Again, it's too late to matter. I still don't like seeing it. But these ears are nice. I mean, this is good corn. We'll take that. Let's see if we got a milk line. Oh yeah, we are not black layered, not even close. Still half milk line probably. Now this is 112-day corn, so maybe a little rain would help. I don't like these dead plants at half milk line. We're definitely giving something up. It's still good corn, but we definitely are not winning any corn yield contest in this field. Well, I had a seed customer call. I need to go pick up a check, so we're driving to do that, so it cut my scouting short. Those are my 3-3s, the fullest season beans that we've got. They sure don't look like it. I know that they were planted early, but I did not expect them to be ready, or that close to being ready, at this point in the growing season. Usually the full season 3-3s, you're thinking like the 10th or 15th of October before they're ready, and those will be there before that. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but it does mean that once we get rolling with harvest, I think we're going to be able to keep going. I think things are going to mature pretty rapidly, and we aren't going to have any real big breaks in there where we're waiting on stuff to ripen. So that's good, at least. All right, I am back from that. We're going to go try and check one more field. So I've got a field down the road that we have not looked at much this summer. It has got 110-day corn in it. It was early planted. Did not get sprayed with a fungicide. So it may be deader and drier and farther along, and we're going to go look at it. All right, let's walk out here and see what we got. Clearly, we need to mow our corners. Whoops. Weed control. Not great right here on these ends. Normally, our weed control program is pretty darn good, but we have a few escapes of some grasses this year. This field here, at least in this spot, is really bad. Okay, I was slightly wrong. So this field, part of it got sprayed with a fungicide, part of it did not. He perimetered the field when he sprayed it, and so where we're standing, we're in that perimeter pass, and once I get that way, a few more rows, we're no longer in the perimeter pass. You know how I can tell? Because while there's a little bit of tar spot here, there's a lot of green leaf tissue. Walk with me a couple of rows, and now look at it. We got dead leaves way up the plant. Just changes right now. Yeah. The fungicides are gonna pay this year. Look at these. How much those leaves are dying off. We've got northern corn leaf blight lesions all over them. We've got tar spot, and it's in that other stuff, but it's so much more advanced here where we didn't spray. Yeah, fungicides work. Well, let's look around here. We're out of the grass. There's still a little bit, but it's not near as bad as it was in that corner there. This is what late emergers do, right? So we had uneven emergence out here. And this one came up well after this one and this one, and it's spindly, and it never got as big, and it did not put an ear on, or at least nothing worth talking about. It's short. That's why even emergence is so critical and important. Now the rest of it, that's the only one I see like that here. So that's good. We do have either a misplaced or a skip. They're a little close together to be a skip. It might be just a placement thing, but yeah, the rest of it all looks okay. We are loaded up with disease, like I was saying. Tar spot, even on the lower leaves, the top leaves. We got northern corn leaf blight. This hybrid is pretty weak on northern, so I expect to see that out here where we did not spray it. But yeah, this corn's dead. Now, there is a reason we plant this hybrid, and it's because it throws these massive flexed ears that just, it flat out yields. Even where we did not spray it, the plants are dying off. Like, this is not great conditions. That's an ear. That's a heck of an ear. We should go back over there a few rows where we did spray it and kind of compare, but they look really good. I mean, they're not all like this one. This one's a little smaller, but they all look pretty dang good. I am really happy with it. I do not think, yeah, it broke off. I don't think that we are black layered. Ooh, closer than I thought. Very, very little milk line there, but that is still soft. Right at the tip. So we're close. That's good for 110-day corn. That's really good. I'm happy. Yeah. So we can't actually take a yield check where, where we weigh the kernels, or, you know, shell it all off and weigh it and take a moisture sample yet, because until you're black layered, the moisture, or the dry matter content of the kernels is going to change. It's not defined and set yet. Yeah, no black layer. Still kind of whitish in there, or yellow. So even if we were to weigh it, it wouldn't be accurate, because they're still going to pack some more starch into these kernels until the black layers. May not be a lot at this point, but it is some. Enough that it won't be an accurate yield check. Now, this stuff where the leaves are totally dead and it's just, there's not enough left to pack that starch in there, and we don't have any sugars that we're making from photosynthesis, yeah, maybe that's done and it would be an accurate weight. When you walk back over here and all of a sudden this corn is still green, it's still making a difference. That's why fungicides pay, because it keeps the corn greener longer and helps fill out the kernels and give you better kernel weights. And probably test weight, but for this point of this discussion, kernel weight. And then we get that same big flex ear that looks like this or this, and that is an ugly ear, but it's big and it's still going to yield really well. So I am encouraged and discouraged by what I see. I hate this late tar spot. I'm encouraged that we sprayed and kept this plant alive in order to fill it out, but I still question whether or not all of this tar spot that's killing these leaves off now is going to cannibalize the stalk and make our stalks a little weaker. We may have issues with down corn because of that. We don't like that. So we were just out in this field over here, back on the west end of it, and I could hear a combine running. I knew I could. Let me go check it out. We got a combine. Oh, 2 combines running soybeans. This is our field. They are just about ready. If we had a combine here, we might be considering them. They're not there yet. There's too many yellow ones out there. But the neighbor's running. Yeah. Wonder how they're doing. All right. Well, I am heading home for the night. So today's Friday. No videos over the weekend here, but it may be the last weekend without one for a while. So I am confident that harvest is going to kick off next week, which means video frequency and interestingness, yeah, we'll go with that word, picks up drastically in a hurry here. So I apologize for today's lack of exciting content. It was one of those days where I needed to do some other stuff that didn't make a good video, and then I tried to put one together, and maybe I just shouldn't have, but it's okay. Yeah, so I anticipate harvest starting on Monday. I'm not 100% sure that's going to happen, but that's kind of my plan right now. So we'll go down Monday morning, get the combine out, hook up the head, make sure everything runs, and just double check everything. We'll probably take trucks down with the intent of combining beans in the afternoon. Whether or not that happens will depend on the beans and whether or not they're right. But we're getting sunshine and 80 degrees here today and most of the weekend, or close to that. So that makes beans dry out quickly, which is what we need right now. So yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. OH, go Bucks, got a big game this weekend. My wife happens to be she's the enemy this week. No, she's a Notre Dame fan. It's okay, it'll be fine. We'll be fine, but go Bucks. Have a great weekend, everybody. See ya.